The President's Award recognizes an individual who has promoted and supported the MBA and its members. The recipient does not own nor is employed by a radio or TV station in Missouri. Well, tonight's recipient was once employed by a station in Missouri, KY3 in Springfield. She later went on to become a national correspondent for ABC News. Erin Hayes Dennis spent 34 years as an award-winning broadcast journalist. Today, Erin is a journalism and media studies professor at College of the Ozarks, where she earned her degree and started her broadcast career at the campus radio station. As a professor, Erin encourages youth and journalists to shine the light on truth. Year after year, Erin brings her students here to the MBA convention to provide support and to attend news training sessions. Tonight's President's Award is inscribed, presented to Erin Hayes Dennis, in appreciation for your commitment to ethical broadcast journalism and your positive influence on the future of our industry. It is my pleasure to present the President's Award to Erin Hayes Dennis.
I want to thank you. I'm so blessed to be in the company of people who care so very much about what they do. I'm a little emotional. My students have seen me slap myself in class when I get weepy, but they'll tell you. I hope what I say is useful to you, because I've heard from quite a few people lately in the news business that it's getting tougher to find journalism school graduates who are hardworking and have a commitment to the vocation of journalism. Like a real commitment, like come in on the day off if there's breaking news, enterprise their own stories, find their own sources, bring their best to the newsroom every single day because they really want to, because they really love the vocation of journalism. Those are the journalism school graduates you're looking for. How do you find them? I think some of you are finding the traditional ways don't quite work the way they used to. You know, the transcript, the grade average, the resume reel, the name of the university, not quite telling the full story. So I'd like to humbly offer a suggestion. This works for us in our program. Look for people with fortitude. I look for students with the quality of fortitude. Fortitude, as you no doubt know, is the quality of facing difficulty and adversity with courage and perseverance. Fortitude is essential as a quality for a good journalist, and I think most of you here tonight know that because it takes a lot of hard work to do work as good as you've done. You know that. And I also know that college students today have the reputation of being kind of low on fortitude. I think the term is snowflake. I'm here to tell you I do not believe they are snowflakes. No, I don't. I know they can act like snowflakes on the phone, in the earbuds, binge on Netflix, binge on video games, back to the phone, text instead of talk. The culture encourages it, even rewards it. Well, I don't, do I? No, they know it. I don't. I don't put up with that in my program. I treat my students like grown-ups. I respect them enough to treat them like grown-ups, and I expect fortitude. I insist on it, and they bring it. They are able to persevere, these good young people, through adversity and through their mistakes, and they're going to make mistakes. Isn't that how we learn sometimes the best, hardest lessons? We never forget from our mistakes. My students can do that. Young people can do that. I'm a witness to it. There's a quote in our newsroom. It's from Booker T. Washington, and he says, "Few things can help an individual more than to place responsibility on him or her and to let them know that you trust them." And I believe this has to start in the journalism schools. We have to trust them, push them to get up and out of the classroom, go interview people face to face often, produce news stories and newscasts over and over and over, and then tell them when it's not good enough. No, I'm sorry, that's not good enough yet. They can take it. They need to hear the truth because that is how they will get better. And I can tell you, they get better at writing, reporting, interviewing, shooting, and editing when you tell them the truth. Or they decide to change their major. But in all seriousness, wouldn't I rather see a student come to that decision on their own in their sophomore year than in the second year of a 3-year contract or the second month? Wouldn't you rather see that happen? And that leads me to my final thought. I believe journalism schools must tell our students the truth about the vocation of journalism, what it is, essential to the survival of a democracy. Hello, First Amendment and all that led to it and since. My students can recite it from memory in every class, right? I won't test them now, they've been out a few weeks. But they do, they memorize it. Congress shall make no law, etc. I can tell you after this. You know it. But we must also tell them what journalism vocation is not. Not glamorous, not easy, not predictable, and not for everyone. It's not. It takes a special kind of fortitude to love being a journalist. And if you don't love it, you probably won't like it. Those who love it are the ones who care so much about the truth that they feel compelled to report it. Thank you, investigative reporters and all others. There's the ones who care so much about their communities, they want to go out and interview people and hear their stories and bring them back and tell them with skill. They're the ones who, when major breaking news hits your town, tornado, fire, shooting, what have you, and you call them on their day off and you say, look, I know it's your day off, but they say, I'm already on my way, I'll be there. And I guarantee there are people like that in this room tonight. Already on your way. You don't have to be called, you're heading in. And it's for those, and I want to quote from a poem, Rudyard Kipling wrote it, the title is If, one line from it. It's for those who can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. Fill the unforgiving minute. Anybody who's ever done a live shot understands the unforgiving minute, yes? Or the producers in the booth. Can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run. Kipling wrote that in the late 1800s for his son. If you haven't ever read it, you should. It's all about fortitude. A vocation in journalism is for people with fortitude. You have those people in your newsrooms. It's obvious tonight. You need more of those people, and I would argue America needs more of them. That's why I'm a teacher now, working to send good young journalists your way. Thank you so much for what you do.